been said that happiness is the difference between our expectations and reality. If your life expectations outmatch your life reality, no matter how good your life actually is, you're probably not going to be happy because it should be better than it is. I think one of the main reasons that many people in my generation are so unhappy is that we believe that we should have a six-figure income with work-life balance and the ability to take vacations every 3 to 4 months. We expect to be married to the love of our lives and have a successful entrepreneurial side hustle that of course has to do with something that we're passionate about and that will one day replace our full-time jobs or that will allow us to retire early. We also expect to be in prime physical condition and have the kind of mental peace and emotional stability that allows us to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep every night. And here's the thing, we want all of these things by the time that we're 30 years old. No wonder we're depressed. Is the answer then to just have lower than low expectations? If we expect to have a crap life, will we then be happy? I don't think that's the answer either. If we tell ourselves, oh, I'll probably never get married and I probably won't get a good job and I'm not good around people so I won't have any friends in the future, those thoughts tend to seep into our psyche and our identity, and we won't have any confidence at work, and we'll be uncomfortable talking to women, and we probably won't have any friends because we'll be a downer all the time. In this scenario, you might actually achieve the low expectations that you set for yourself, and in that case, you're not going to be happy either. So what's the answer? The answer is to set proper life expectations. You might have heard before what I said at the beginning of this video, that happiness is the difference between expectations and reality. And it might have given you some relief to know that maybe your expectations were too high and that all the 30 under 30 articles you've read in magazines has skewed your understanding of reality. But maybe what you haven't heard before is how to set proper life expectations. How do we desire all the good things that we talked about earlier? Things like a good job and a good marriage and physical fitness and mental peace, and pursuing those things at a pace that doesn't run us into the ground. Well, I heard a normalized life progression from a pastor a few years ago, and I think if most people live with this expectation of life, people would be a lot happier. This is what he told me. He said that our 20s are for figuring out what we want to do. Imagine being able to say yes to all kinds of different jobs and figuring out through trial and error what we liked and what we didn't without a fear of falling behind the pack. He said that our 30s are for choosing a career path that lies at the intersection of our abilities and our interests. And once we choose that career path, we can then spend the rest of our 30s honing our skill and learning that trade. Our 40s, he said, were for developing contacts and connections and providing value to everyone that we came in contact with. We would be able to provide that value to people, he said, because we're in a job that we like, that we're good at, and it just comes naturally to us at this point. Finally, he said that our 50s were for harnessing our passion, our skill, and our connections to create wealth for ourselves, for our communities, and for the world. I heard this advice too late in my life, only after I spent 10 years racing towards and finally hitting burnout. And I share it with you now so that you can actually enjoy your youth, so that you can enjoy this whole journey of life out from under the pressure cooker expectations that the American dream puts on all of us.